Hi, I'm City Manager Ed Zuercher, and welcome to another edition of Doing What Matters, the show where we talk to Phoenix employees about the work they do to serve the community. We're here today in South Mountain Park, one of the world's great municipal parks. And in fact, Phoenix has been rated by National Geographic as one of the 5 top hiking cities in the United States. And I'm joined by Park Ranger Brian Holtz. Brian, thanks for joining me today.
Thank you for coming out.
So we're here in your office. Tell us about your office.
You are. Welcome. Thanks for coming out.
Sure.
My office is wonderful. I love it. It's I come here 4 days a week. I enjoy being here. I love being out on the trails, whether I'm working on them, helping maintain them. And I love being out here for the people, giving direction and support.
Yeah, and that's good elevation change. You get about 1,100, 1,200 feet out of this one, and then when you drop down the other side, it's pretty close to the same.
Okay.
1.12 miles up that way. Yep. All the way to the top.
So you start your day when? 4, 5?
4 o'clock in the morning.
4 a.m.
Yep.
Opening the gates.
Opening the gates by 5 a.m. so all the hikers and bikers and such can come into the mountain.
And that's when people want to be here. The diehards, they're out early.
They do, especially when the weather warms up, definitely.
So it matters a lot to people that you're here. You open the gates so they can get in. But what else do you do with our customers, with our patrons of South Mountain Park?
Well, a commonality here is folks, they don't know where to get started. So I'm out here at the trailheads or out on the trail. They don't know where to start, so I give them directions and I give them good descriptions of what the trails are like.
And then you also have to keep this usable, right? There's a lot of work you're doing to keep the trails up. Talk about that a little bit.
Absolutely. A lot of trail maintenance needs to take place. So I come out here with one of my trusty tools, the McLeod, and we pull drainages such as this one right here, so the water can sheet off of the trail.
Sure.
And do a lot of heavy rock work too as well, like back over here.
Now, I actually received an email from some of your patrons who complimented your customer service, which was really neat to see. But I understand you've also engaged them back in giving to the park. Talk a little bit about the Trail Boss program that you've started.
Well, the Trail Boss program is tailored towards our park stewards and volunteers who want to come out here and engage in the trail work. I named it that just to get a fancy name out there and draw attention to it, and then hopefully get some of those stewards out here to become a trail boss and be able to lead other groups out here to be able to work on the trails, because it's much needed.
And as people hike out here, what might they notice that you've done or the Trail Boss team has done?
Pulling drainages, rock works, retaining some of the historical items on the trails that are falling apart, getting rid of some of the gaps on steps and stuff.
And there's a lot of history in the park.
There is.
Yeah. And this is what trails is this leading to?
This is Kiwanis. Pretty much every trail that you get good elevation gain out of in this mountain leads you to National Trail, which runs the whole length of this mountain.
And that is how many miles?
About 16.
16.
So this is one of our historical
old time
tin shed type Ramada here with the
yeah.
You see
how old you think?
Oh, the
30s?
1930s, yeah.
So 1930s Civilian Conservation Corps.
Yeah.
What did they do here? What do you still see evidence of the 30s here?
This is all part of their master plan back then when the city was buying property. They were here at the mountain, and the evidence of them being here is the structure itself, what they did with the river rock here, the concrete work.
Yeah.
They made trails up to the Ramadas, which aren't very evident these days, but you can see where they laid some of the stone in. Of course, the erosion has taken them out. There's little pathways in between here. And it's really neat just to walk through all these Ramadas.
Yeah, well, that's remarkable. You just don't even think about the CCC being here and it's still being here. I mean, these are usable.
They are, yeah.
Concrete.
And some of them have been repaired. You see the difference between the old work and the newer work.
Yeah, right there too. Yeah, sure. Creosote doesn't necessarily bloom. Smells good, but what else are we going to see?
You're going to see lots of brittle bush. The yellow flowers, of course, there's some right over here. You can see firing off right now.
Yeah.
Glow mallow, lots of that. Of course, the trees, they come a little bit later, but you're going to get lots of yellow on the Palo Verde. Then you're going to get the pinks on the ironwood.
So Brian, we've talked a lot about on-trail, but off-trail is also an issue for you. What are the rules about being on and off trails in South Mountain?
Being on the trail is imperative for people to be on the trail here. For one thing, it's safety. So we don't want people hiking off trail to create new trails. The safety aspect of it is we will be able to find them if a mountain rescue is to occur.
And you have some enforcement authority actually that you have.
Yeah.
What kinds of things do you need to do as an enforcement action?
Lots of verbal education if we see the infraction taking place, but if it comes to it, we can write written reprimands for it.
Okay.
Well, hey, thank you so much for the work you do every day, for showing us your office, and for being a great city employee. Really appreciate your time.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
If you'd like to learn more about opportunities to be a steward of one of our great city parks, go to the website on your screen. For Doing What Matters, I'm City Manager Ed Zuercher.